One of the key factors that differentiates the Climate Justice Fund's Water Futures program is the central underpinning of data. The gathering, collating, and evaluation of data about the number of boreholes, their location, and their functionality is the very foundation to achieving the ultimate goal: supporting the government of Malawi to achieve the UN's Sustainable Development Goal number 6. This month, we'll look at how a team of researchers from the University of Strathclyde, funded by the Scottish Government, is helping to gather and analyze this data that will ultimately shape the plans and activities of Malawi's water sector for decades to come. When hydrogeology expert Professor Robert Kalin first arrived in Malawi back in 2008, it was immediately clear that residents in the villages of the Chikwawa district suffered from a lack of reliable water supplies, despite the seemingly high number of water points within the district. So what exactly were the problems? Why were so many boreholes not functioning or not being used? The country's water officials lacked the resources and expertise to provide any answers. Before a plan could be developed to try and address some of the problems, it became clear that there simply wasn't enough known about the various water points of the region. So a small team of researchers set out to begin gathering the data that they needed. It began with just a handful of postgraduate students who, as a part of their degree curriculum in hydrogeology, would spend 6 weeks in Malawi gaining practical, hands-on experience dealing with the real-world situations in some of the remote villages of the Chikwawa district. But it became clear very early on that in order to accurately pinpoint and evaluate every water point in this region efficiently and accurately, it was going to require some new thinking. Working together with the Malawi government, Water for People, Baseflow, and other regional NGOs, a search began for a solution to speed up the data gathering. It wasn't until late 2017 that the CJF Water Futures program teamed up with mWater, who had developed a free online platform that harnesses today's mobile phone technology to help map, photograph, and evaluate water points from virtually any location, and feed that information to a central database, where it is collated, verified, and stored. This new technology is empowering the district water officers themselves, giving them the capability to capture, record, and upload information about their own local water points, and feed this data back to the Ministry for Irrigation and Water Development for verification on their mobile phones.
We're here in Mtsinkwanda working with the government of Malawi, the Climate Justice Fund supported by the Scottish Government and administered by Strathclyde University. And we're here training government workers and NGO workers on how to map water points, maintain a registry of water resources for the country, and update them over time so that we can find out the performance of water services over time.
To date, more than 48,000 water points have been mapped, verified, and assessed in the southern region, with less than half of them, 48%, being actually functional. Another 23% are in need of substantial repair. And nearly 29% are simply not functional or no longer exist. Now, armed with enough preliminary data on which to formulate a plan, the Malawi government is developing a schedule of water point inspection and evaluation, which will be carried out by local water district engineers, including detailed tests of each borehole, noting flow rates, testing for contaminants, and then completely disassembling, inspecting, and assessing every working part of the pump mechanisms and casings, with the ultimate goal of restoring the borehole to its optimum functionality.
We've made good progress. We're 7 out of 28 districts through in terms of mapping and in terms of working with people. We've got plans to extend beyond that. We're building more and more rigor into the program to make it safer and securer. We want to build confidence in the data we're generating. We want to build confidence in the people that are really going to deliver the results in Malawi. So I see us on that trajectory. I see us moving along, and I'm very confident that we'll get there.
building capacity, creating sustainability, investing in the public sector, and advising the private sector. The Climate Justice Fund Water Futures Program, helping Malawi achieve the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal 6 to ensure availability and sustainable management of water and sanitation for all by 2030.